Welcome to Hardcore Chakra Yoga. This is an intense practice with many core-focused routines. Embrace and empower your center. Find grounding in your seated position. Root the sit bones, adjust your ankles, and be still. Begin to tune in with your breath. Start gently and allow your focus to breathe you. Let each wave of inhalation and exhalation find direct tensions that you have brought into this practice. Be aware of where you are most drawn and commit to remaining conscious of these tensions throughout the practice. Prepare to be present with your limits. We will do many repetitions for repeated core exercises. If you pass your limits in one set, you will not be available to do the next ones. Reach into the fire. Be present and rest in the initial held pose where you started the routine from. So as an exercise begins, there's a simple pose. You enter the repetitions, return to the simple pose when your limits invite you to. As you become familiar with this practice, now is it time to meditate through the key ring. If you do not know it, I invite you to learn. If you do not know it yet, simply breathe and center yourself. Before inhaling up and bringing your hands into prayer position at your heart. Next inhale, side stretch. Exhale the fingertips towards the ground. Stretch out the neck. Return to center. Other side. Inhale up, exhale down. Return to center. And hands in prayer position at your heart. When you follow your limits, you will extend your limits. When you push past your edge, you will have to rejuvenate and your limits will not extend. I invite you into a child's pose. Separate your knees, create space in the lower belly, and inhale your way up into camel pose. Easy camel, thumbs around towards the waist. Exhale down into child's again. The next inhale, you go up. So begin movement with breathing. Your body is an extension of your breath between child's pose and camel. Take as long as you need to in either pose. And when you find opening, stay, whether or not I am still moving. It is by tailoring this practice to yourself that you will develop the skills to greatly extend your awareness, and your abilities. Next inhale, low lunge, easy just with the leg. Exhale back to camel, and either repeat or on the next inhale, raise your arms. You're adding this step by step. Stay at the challenge that works for you. Other side. Either repeat this or consider raising the knee. If you go back down, go back down before returning to the other side. Find where you are today. Enjoy it. Keep repeating side to side. One breath in, exhale, returning to center. And you're working with the challenge exactly where it best suits you. We will continue to add levels of challenge throughout this practice. Know your limits and simply repeat the level that works for you. Balance in the lunge, opening the front of your thighs and the lower abdomen. Reach up to your natural limit and forward, allowing the knee to go past the ankle. Exhale your way back to easy camel. And then, after a breath, down into child's pose and up into camel, recentering yourself. Next time down, stay in child's pose and thank your heart. Inhale your way up to camel and stay for a little bit before the next inhale does half camel, lifting one arm, the opposite arm down towards your ankle or heel. You don't have to reach it. Enjoy opening your left and right sides independently and allow them to be different. You're inhaling up one arm, exhaling it down, inhaling up the other, in rhythm with your breathing. Return to camel, hands around the waist, and then exhale your way down into a child's pose. Inhaling up into camel. Repeat. When in doubt about what to do, stay at the pose that most suits you, or continue a repetition between two poses. Inhale your way up into rabbit pose for the crown. Focus the crown into the ground. Lift one arm out to the side and thread the other under your chest. Side rabbit, twisting the upper body, temple to the ground. Take several breaths here before returning to center and threading through on the other side. Focus on the stretch in your upper body. The twist opens the shoulders and neck. Return to rabbit, respecting the gift you have given yourself. Press down on the top of the feet on an inhale and exhale your way back down. Continue this repetition, feeling strength through the ankles. This helps build you for the lifted knee lunges. Opens and stretches the ankle and gives you a chance to lengthen all the way to your toes. Inhaling up, exhaling down at your rhythm. Then lift the toes, turn them under, and repeat the same cycle on the balls of your feet. Respect the opposite side of this stretch, opening down through the heels towards the ground. Inhale up, exhale down. Remain strong through the upper body with the strength of the shoulders cupping, cradling your head. Next time up in Jackrabbit, you can stay for a breath or two before returning the knees to the ground. And if you are skilled with headstands, now is a time to begin exploring towards one. Do not do any of the headstand moves unless you're experienced with them. Inhale one leg up and feel the weight shift forward down through the upper spine, through the skull, into the ground. So you're inhaling one leg up, exhaling it down. Continue this repetition. Or draw your weight further over your head and with the strength of your core, lift your legs up into a headstand. You're stacking your bones as straight as you comfortably can. Remain with the stillness, or you can do upside down runner, pushing one heel forward and the knee back and alternating. Then you can do scorpion body, bending the heels down over your head, arching through the spine, before exhaling your way back down into rabbit. Rest in rabbit and breathe through the neck and shoulders. Give the back of the neck good opportunity to show you what it needs. And consider side rabbit once again, twisting the upper body, threading one arm under the chest. And then shift to the other side. It is important to offer a series of supportive counter poses after headstands. Rabbit, side rabbit twists, low cobra. We shift to the throat and low cobra. Allow yourself to arch in the upper body as you inhale the belly towards the ground. Turn the toes under and lift up for a low plank. Sort of explore it. Pushing around with the heels before lifting up into a high plank, pushing down into chaturanga and turning on your side for a side plank. Inhale one arm up and you're just moving with one breath. So you're inhaling one arm up, exhaling down, shifting to the other side, inhaling up, exhaling down. The next time up, you can consider lifting the upper leg just a little. Next time up, lift it more. You're not perfecting this. You're becoming comfortable doing it within the rhythm of one breath, back and forth. Then shift into the plank again, chaturanga, up dog. This is an easy up dog with the knees on the ground. For exhaling your way back, pumping the heels and runner, and bringing one leg forward into a pigeon pose. Stop at the first easy natural position, exhale back, both feet into plank, and then bring the other leg forward. We're going to repeat this several times. Either stay with the first limits or walk your way a little further up, extending the arch of your spine. Exhale back, alternate side. You can walk your hands up on the heel and knee. Don't do it if you're doing fine with the first challenge. Third time through, exhale your way all the way down onto your elbows or flat head to the ground. Bring your palms behind your back and inhale up with the strength of your core. Shift sides, exhale your way down. Again, stay with the initial pigeon if it is extending you. Don't think about comparing your limits to mine. Honor the challenge as perfect for you. Release the pigeon back to plank. Up dog. Plank pose. Side plank. Other side. Side plank, lift the leg a little. Other side, lift the leg a little. Side plank, lift the leg as much as you comfortably can in one breath. Other side. And then back to plank. Straight down through your core, chaturanga. Up dog. Stay for several breaths. Pushing down with the tops of the feet. Breathing through the lower belly. Before moving down into a low cobra. Up into plank with the forearms down, and then if you so choose, explore dolphin pose. Stay in plank if it works for you. Walk out the heels, wrap your shoulders, extend the spine, rest the head and neck. Breathe. The forearms are parallel, shoulders distance apart. The heels work their way back, and your breath supports your body. Exhale your way down into low cobra, feeling the increasing ease of this pose. And roll onto your back for the sacral chakra. Lift your knees, bridge preparation, recline pose. Inhale up into bridge. First easy natural position. Breathe here. Tuck your shoulders. Palms open and up. Knees gently draw away from the upper body. Breathe and exhale your way down. Either consider repeating that pose or inhale your way up. Draw your knees together and down to one side in a simple twist. Breathe to open the lower body in this twist. Keep your head focused and centered. Inhale your way up and over to twist on the other side. Don't focus on the upper body twist. Hand on the top knee helps you twist a little deeper. Before inhaling your way back to recline pose, and either repeating bridge or doing a gentle wheel. Just one inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. You can rest your head in supported wheel, or you can go all the way down. I invite you to focus simply on fluidity, inhaling up, exhaling down. Stay if you're ready to, or repeat the pose if you're not. Exhale your way down, recline pose, inhale your way up into bridge. The goal of the bridge repetitions or the wheel repetitions is to become more comfortable moving in and out of the pose. Find what your body naturally wants to do, and you'll know where you can work effectively and where you shouldn't struggle. Inhale your way down into corpse pose and begin leg lifts. Inhale down, exhale up as you compress the lower belly. Your legs are relatively straight and your core lifts them. You are aiming to find your fire, not to struggle and strain. So 10 is a good limit. I'm doing 13 in many of these repetitions. 5 is plenty if you find the fire then. Once you find the fire, stay and breathe with it. Inhale it into your cells. Trust and respect your body to teach you where you need to work. When you need to, stay with the legs up, support them, then bend the knees and draw them in to hug. Rest and integrate. We are going to do 7 sets of core exercises. Breathe your way up to bridge. Tuck those shoulders a little more. Let this be a resting pose after the core work. It also counters and supports the muscles in the lower back, enabling you to do more core work in the future. Exhale your way down and either repeat the leg lifts or engage our next core exercise. You're down in Savasana, letting go, preparing to use your core. Pump yourself up. Focus. Now, inhale your way. Straight legs up, crunches. So you're exhaling your elbows to your knees and you're drawing your legs towards your upper body. This is all from the core. Your hands are behind your neck and they do not do much work. So your head and neck are restrained. You exhale your way up, hold it a moment longer than you want to, inhale your way down. 3 of these can be profound when you do them right. 8 is great. 13 is quite wonderful. Exhale up, inhale down, all from your core. No lurching. Respect when your body starts to lose focus. And cherish the fire you feel. Ignore the number and breathe it into your bones, hugging the knees into your chest. Exhale your legs down and then come up into a supported shoulder stand. Bent legs. Thumbs around towards belly, fingertips around the back. In supported shoulder stand, the knees are bent and you're finding your balance and tucking the shoulders under. As you straighten the legs up in a shoulder stand, it may take time to find your balance. So move a little. Exhale, one knee down, other one up. Alternate. Exhale down, inhale up. As you move your body in this position, recognize how to center yourself more in this pose and draw your chest a little bit more towards your chin. As your weight centers down through the shoulders, it comes off your elbows. And if it's too much on your elbows, simply rest in supported shoulder stand. Come to focus, resting with your legs straight up. Tighten through your glutes. Lift through the pointed feet and relax through your neck. As you exhale your way back down, knees to chest. Either repeat the crunches or the leg lifts or fingertips on the ground. We're going to do lifts from your core. So you're lifting up as if into a shoulder stand, but all with the core. The fingertips are bracing. The core is the strength. You can allow your head and upper body to come up as you go down with the butt. Reach up from your core through the legs and feet in a rhythmic motion. Exhale, inhale. Feel the fluidity. Inhale up. Exhale down. Once again, 5 is fine. 8 is great. 13 should get you a real deep burn. When you're ready, bring your arms up, hands under your butt, around your side, and support yourself again in an easy shoulder stand. Rest here. If you can't rest with your legs straight, rest with your knees bent. The repeated exercises turn some difficult poses into a resting position and burn enough tension to enable you to be more flexible. Exhale your way down, rolling until you're hugging your knees to your chest once again. Let the neck and throat go. Draw one foot across your body, ankle above knee, thread through, and open the hip. Exhale, inhale, other side. You're resting from the intensity of the repetitions, preparing for the next set, and opening your hips, using that heat that you're building. Now, repeat the last exercise or prepare for jackknives. Fingertips to the ground. Exhale over your body. Inhale, come up in a very low boat. Exhale over your body. Inhale up in a low boat. All the work is from your core. The hands are simply bracing your body. If you can, bring the toes to the floor behind you. If you can't, don't worry. Stick with your limits. Exhale over your body into a plow. Inhale into a very low boat. The upper body is doing nothing but relax. Don't bring the head forward. If you need to, bring your hands up to support you in the plow just a little, enabling you to do several more repetitions, building the fire. When you're ready, if you comfortably can, stay in a plow. Doesn't matter how many you've done. Rest when that fire shows you your edge and cherish it. The goal is really to get into this fire. You can inhale your way up and roll your way down to hug your knees when it's time to. Let that throat and upper chest go. You can build some tension there. Let the head rest into the ground. Breathe through the chin, throat, upper chest, down into your belly. Bicycles, hands behind your neck. You're exhaling elbow to knee, one side to another. These are quicker breaths. Let them empower you. This is an exercise you could consider doing more with. Either 13 repetitions on each side, or even 21. Remain rhythmic. Move from the core with relaxed head and shoulders. Hug the knees to your chest when you need to, whenever you need to. Find that balance between challenging yourself into the fire and stopping when you're still empowered and satisfied. You could do the hip openers, bringing one leg and ankle above the opposite knee, drawing the straight leg towards your body, and doing the other side. When I say straight leg, the leg that is not bent across your body. The knee is bent. And it pulls the ankle in and gently opens the hip. Hug your knees and come up into a boat, preparing for boat poses. So you're inhaling your way up, exhaling your way down. Inhaling your way up, exhaling your way down. Keep that head from coming too far forward. still straight with the spine. The fingertips point towards the feet. If you need to, you can hold behind the thighs for a modified version that is very empowering. Once again, set a number if you need to, or don't, and just keep repeating till you get into the fire. Do a couple more and stop before it gets sloppy. Move to a boat pose, supported behind the thighs or with hands outstretched, fingers pointing towards the feet. Come further up to a wide angled forward bend for the diamond eye. Come straight forward, down, fingers to the ground, or forearms if you comfortably can. Gently rotate the feet out, opening the hips, relieving pressure on the thighs. Inhale your way up and exhale down over one leg. Begin to alternate side to side. These repetitions are an expression of your body breathing you. The breath is inducing when to shift. Feel it turn within you and let that momentum shift your pose, inhaling you up, exhaling you down. Continue to move the lower belly towards the thigh. Keep the chest a little up. Move the chin forward and fold your way down the leg, staying a little longer on one side through several breaths. Use each breath to find the most tense parts of the pose. Breathe into them. Shift to the other side. Stay for 3 breaths. And then move back into a wide leg forward bend, respecting the openness you've brought to yourself. Allowing gravity to help you. Breathing into the most profound places of intensity. Inhale your way up into a staff pose. Prepare for leg lifts. Plant your hands a little in front of your hips or beside them. Exhale, lift the heels and feet with relatively straight legs. Inhaling down, exhaling up. Allow a rocking motion and consider walking the hands back if this is too inaccessible, or walking them forward to make it a little more difficult. Lifting the heels a couple inches can be a good challenge. So respect your limits and return to staff pose when you're ready to. Hands beside hips. Palms lift through the shoulders and let the sit bones drop, extending the spine until they're rooted. Inhale one knee up, bending it and twisting around it, hugging it with the opposite arm. Head remains relatively centered, just slightly extending the twist. Exhale, inhale, opposite side. When you're twisting, the inhale straighten the spine up, exhales deepen the twist. Do not exaggerate the neck. Feel the hips separate and open. And exhale your way back into a staff pose. Inhale your arms up, exhale down in a forward bend. Stop at the first comfortable position, folding your belly down towards the thighs. Your head and chest remain a little more up. let them come down last. If you want to work on deepening this pose, create space in your belly. Breathe your abdomen into your thighs and let the chest and then the head fold down last. Breathe your way back up into a table. Find your position and begin folding tables. Inhaling up, exhaling down. You may need to walk the heels a little further away. Open the shoulders out, allowing space for the neck to surrender back, flattening the belly. The knees are drawing away from the spine as you inhale up, exhale down. Hold when you know you're getting good work done within you. Repeat in rhythm with your breath. When you hold through several breaths, concentrate on breathing through the shoulders, rotating them out, opening the chest, and lengthening the spine as the thighs and knees draw away. Rest your head back, opening the neck, and exhaling your way back down into staff pose. Notice what you've created with this work. Every time you return to a resting pose, cherish what you've created and accomplished. And either stay or inhale lifted legs. Hold. Breathe. This is a core exercise. Cherish whatever level of commitment you can make to it for however long. Heels down, butterfly pose for the root. Moving to the root chakra, outside edge of the feet, press into each other. Thumbs open the arch of the feet. Lift the spine and put your hands behind your hips if you want a deeper challenge, and then stretch forward, coming over the tops of the feet, lifting the butt, letting gravity and your upper body deepen the stretch through your hips. Your arms are on the inside of your knees, your hands are bracing you in front. Exhale your way back into hero pose. Stack the knees, plant the sit bones, and then bend forward, hugging the knees, drawing the belly in, relaxing the chest. Exhale through the lower back. Inhale, lift the chest. Eagle arms. Same arm as the upper leg is the lower arm in eagle. Lift the elbows, then unwrap. Side stretch towards the upper leg. Take a couple breaths here. Keep the sit bones planted, then exhale the fingertips down. Bring the lower arm over and draw the head open, cradling the ear. Drop that inner shoulder to separate it from the upper one. Then bring the lower arm under into an archer pose behind you. Either work with your natural limit as it stands, or walk that lower hand up a little till the fingertips can meet, and lift the upper elbow to deepen the stretch through your shoulders. Use your breath to move through the intensity. Rotating the lower shoulder out before gently releasing the pose, resting in hero, and twisting towards the upper leg. Feel the twist in the lower body and hips all the way up into the shoulders. Get a little peek at extending it with a look of the neck. Then rotate all the way around. Press down with the outer edge of the feet. Spin until you're in the opposite hero. Twist to the side, then recenter. Come down, hugging the legs in a forward bend over the knees. Compressing the legs together, extending your lower back. Breathe and release. Inhale your way up, eagle arms, lower arm, same as upper leg. Wrap the hands. Just grab the opposite shoulder if that's inaccessible. Exhale, side stretch towards the upper leg. Feel the line from the outer hip all the way up and over your head. Then exhale that upper arm down. Fingertips pointed towards the ground, opening the neck through the shoulder. Then lift the lower arm, cup the ear, draw the neck open more, and drop that inner shoulder, separating them. Bring the lower arm under, archer pose. Once again, stay with your first natural limits, if you comfortably can, or within your level of challenge, walk the fingertips together. Release the archer. Turn and twist towards the upper leg. Breathe through the hips. Spin around until you're on all fours. So it's like the first hero spin, but come out of it into a tabletop. Give yourself some cat-cows. Let the wave of the arch start at the root. The head and neck come up last and shouldn't distract from the lower body. Keep breathing the cat-cows, exhaling up. Inhaling up with the head, exhaling up with the spine, inhaling up with the head. Then, next inhale, lift opposite hand and knee just an inch off the ground. Find your balance. Exhale your way back down. Next inhale, opposite side, lift a little higher. Be fluid and balanced. Fluidity is more important than height. Next time, inhale all the way up, find your limit. Hold, exhale your way down. On your next exhale, return to tabletop and prepare for leaping apes. This is a 2-breath exercise. Find the fluidity. You're inhaling up into cow, exhaling through cat, onto your toes, onto your feet, up into ape. Lift your hands above your head. Exhale your way down into tabletop. Inhale up into cow. Exhale through cat. Then inhale up into ape. Lift the hands and back down. Find this rhythm. It invigorates you, brings some life into your lower body, starts to recognize what it is to stand up again. Find your rhythm. Forget about counting. Make it dance-like. And then return to tabletop. Give yourself some cat-cows. Stay up in cat next time there. And exhale your way down on your belly. We're just going to do some gentle, unconnected boats, or some call it airplane pose, but you're going to reach back a little. So you're going to inhale, lift your chest and lower body, and reach your hands back. But you don't want to grab your legs. Just feel fluid. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. This is a great counter for all the ab work. Don't worry about your limits. Just feel alive and let your back do some of the work. Before exhaling your forehead to the ground, even resting on your arms. Beginning to let go of the practice. Release the pose, come up into low cobra, then onto all fours with your elbows down under the shoulders for a puppy, then an up dog, then back into puppy. And either explore between these two poses as much as you want. You're beginning to let go of the practice. So consider letting go of the guidance a little more than normal and just begin to stretch your way out, cherishing, resting in these poses. Moving between puppy and up dog with the knees down. And I invite you to down dog, if you so choose. Pump those heels out. Wrap the shoulders. Straighten the spine. Lengthen through the abdomen from the root to the heart. Then ground the heels or move them towards the ground. Stay and breathe. How can this be a resting pose? I invite you to begin inhaling, lift one leg, exhaling it back down. You can just lift it a couple inches or a foot. And if your arms are well grounded, consider lifting it higher. And after a couple repetitions, keep one leg lifted through several breaths. Then bend it over your body to the side, bending at the knee, twisting the lower body, leaning while still keeping both arms planted. Exhaling your way down. Inhale, the other leg up. Keep it lifted at your comfortable limit, so you're challenging yourself without getting so focused on height that you can't feel your foundation. Then bend it across your body, twisting the lower body, while keeping your focus through your palms. The lower leg may bend a little in the twist. It's okay. Exhale back to down dog. Should feel easier now after the one leg challenges. Dance around a little bit. Explore what the most comfortable placement of your hands and feet might be. Get to know this pose even more. Relax through the heels. Feel balance between the support of the legs and the arms. You're letting go of the practice, so no more striving. You're resting. You're breathing. And you're exhaling your way back down. Elbows under shoulders, palms to the ground, then lift the elbows and lean back in puppy pose. Inhale your way up to all fours, tabletop, and then to a squat. Your knees are open, your arms are on the inside of the knees, fingertips to the ground. Side lunge, straighten one leg if you comfortably can, or don't, and cherish whatever version of a low squat is right for you. In a side lunge, the heel is down and the foot twists up. Shift to the other side. Stretch out that hip and leg. Inhale your way back to a squat. And if you comfortably can, come back on the heels and even consider lifting the hands. And begin alternating. Lift one hand up, exhale it down, twisting to the side. This is like in the Standing Flowers 8 pose, monkey bars. Imagine you're lifting and holding a branch with one fist, breathing through on one side. Give a couple breaths with a lifted arm. Exhale your way down, inhale, other side. Stay up. You're releasing the practice. So you're giving yourself rejuvenation with these last stretches. The neck should not strain. In fact, exhale, bend down. Compress the chin towards the chest. Then inhale it up, giving the neck a little bit of attention here. Just a rhythmic breathing, lifting the head and lowering it. And then consider staying down. Rest in this low squat. And if you can't, you're welcome to move down towards child's pose or find any rejuvenation in a pose that's appealing to you now. This low squat, while surrendering your head, gives power back to the earth. Then inhale, come up once again. Palms open if you so choose. Thank yourself for all the work you've done. Feel the intensity centering in your body, in your blood, in your bones. And come into a seated position. Cross-legged is wonderful. Tune in. Now is it time to check and see. Does anything feel tweaky? This has been an intense practice. So if anything is out of focus, now's a good time to give it a little more attention. In that tuning in, I decided I wanted a couple forward bends. So I'm doing a forward bend down over the cross-legged seated position. Then I'm going to move back and give a pigeon. But don't do this unless it feels rejuvenating. Breathing through those hips. If you comfortably can, bringing the arms forward or staying with the support of your hands or down on the forearms. Finding and working with your edge makes the difference between extending your limit and having to restore yourself for quite a while and losing trust with your body. Mentally achieving a certain depth in a pose or a certain number of repetitions has the negative effect of teaching your body not to trust you. Don't do it. Inhale your way back up. Stack the opposite leg on top for a forward bend. Either stay with this forward bend or consider a pigeon on the opposite side. Give this practice back to the earth. In these last poses, stay very attuned with what your body tells you about what it might need. When we enter our final savasana, give your spirit a chance to do the last work. It will take about 5 minutes to fully unwind from the momentum of your practice, meaning your muscles will realize that you're not asking them to do anything else and slowly lose their intensity. If after that time you still feel tweaky or tense, consider giving yourself a little more rejuvenation attention. I invite you to release your forward bend or pigeon and turn to child's pose. Let go. Give back to the earth. Each breath breathes life into whatever feelings are most prominent, gathering tension and exhaling it back down. It is amazing how much focus and attention with your breathing can rejuvenate and release your muscles. If anything does not release in this way, then chances are you have a challenge to focus on over time in a certain area of your body. You may consider asking yourself if you're striving too hard with those muscles in the exercises throughout the course of your practice. I invite you up into a seated position. This is your last check-in. After a difficult practice with a lot of repetition, there are many opportunities to leave yourself out of balance. When you're still warm and open from the work, it's your best opportunity to tune in and give any area more attention, restorative attention. So you release the striving and you go back into poses that you may have worked hard in, but you go back with a gentle focus, breathing into the strains. Sometimes, if you tweak your neck a little in a headstand, the solution is to go back into a headstand with grace and simple care. Then come down into rabbit, the preparation pose for headstand. Follow this guidance in all areas of your body. The level 1 pose in each chakra's set is the rejuvenation pose for the areas of your body that you work during those sets. Tune in now and ask yourself if you need any more attention in any area of your body. And once you've determined that you don't need any more attention in poses, it's time for a savasana. So I invite you to release your seated position, rotate down on your back. Open your heels a little bit past your hips and let your feet turn out. Balance your spine right to left. Turn your shoulders under. Gently tuck your tail. The arms open out, palms up, and you let go. Choose to no longer adjust your body in response to any awareness of tension. Give yourself a last opportunity to shift your heels or your lower back. And then commit to staying still. And now use your breath and your awareness. The rhythm of your motion is still moving inside you. Your muscles are still dancing in spirit space. Breathe with them and let them know they can let go. There's typically about 5 minutes of stillness before you reach a very deep level of inner peace. I invite you to commit to staying for at least 5 minutes. And sometimes 20, if you have the time. Allow an active awareness of tension to help you let go. It may be beneficial to follow a yoga nidra with focus from your toes up your legs and spine through your neck and head. One breath for each prominent area of your body. Or it may be most effective for you to follow the rhythm of the tension that calls you most. Breathe with it, release it, and return to awareness on your breath until some other area asks for some support. To breathe and focus and let go.